RNC is reacting to this week's elections, which overall, well, some of them were in favor of the Republicans, some of them not. Here's Emerald Robinson, who sat down with the RNC spokeswoman to talk about the results.
All right, let's talk about Tuesday's election results. There was some good and some not so good. We could start in Virginia. What happened? How did it go blue?
Well, I think we've seen the last several election cycles. Washington, D.C. has expanded to Northern Virginia, and the swamp has really taken hold of Northern Virginia. I think one district in particular, District 42, is Representative Kathy Tran, who introduced one of the most extreme abortion laws in the nation that's very out of step with the mainstream of where America is on abortion. And yet she won in her district by 19 points. This is a state where the governor embroiled in a blackface scandal, also embroiled with his extreme comments on abortion, where he talked about abortion after birth and making the baby comfortable. So this is a state that is turning blue, unfortunately.
Do you feel like you put enough, the GOP, the Republican Party, put enough resources into Virginia to counter the Democrat money flooding in?
I think it's definitely a battle that we have to fight and wage everywhere. And I think it's testament to our fundraising, people donating for the first time, especially after Democrats pushed forward with impeachment. It's always about allocating our resources where best we can believe we can get the best impact for our voters and our supporters, and races that we can win.
Another narrative that has emerged from Tuesday night is that in the gubernatorial race in Kentucky, the narrative is that he's getting blamed, that his bump did not help Bevin. Clearly the White House is defending that position, and what is the RNC saying about that?
I think it's really an actually great night for Republicans. We saw in Kentucky and Mississippi. We won 5 out of 6 statewide races in Kentucky. The last 10 governors, only 2 have been Republican. The vast majority have been Democrat. And this was a governor who had one of the lowest approval ratings in the country. And he was trailing 15 to 17 points before the president came in and campaigned for him. But you know what the media is also not talking about? They're not talking about Daniel Cameron, the first African American ever elected statewide in Kentucky. He's the new Attorney General. Mississippi, Lynn Fitch, first female Attorney General elected statewide, but somehow the media doesn't want to make them household names because they happen to have an R behind their last name.
And we'll just end on this. Was Tuesday in any way a referendum on the president?
I think in a lot of ways it was a referendum on the economy, on the issues. When you look at 12 out of 13 ballot initiatives went in Republicans' favor. Voters in Texas and in Colorado rejected tax hikes. That's what the Democrats are selling on the campaign trail.
Thanks, Liz. It's always good to hear from you and the RNC and your take on election results. Thanks.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.